Hi, I'm Peggy Tucker, and I thought that I would show you a really fun way to display some holiday treats. This is Isomalt that I actually just heated, poured into a cake pan. We all have cake pans. We have different sizes, different shapes. Let's start using them with our Isomalt as well. So I have blue and white that I mixed together, and then I went ahead and sprinkled a little bit of gold on top. And I took my spatula and simply swirled it around to get the design that you are looking at. So for right now, it's just a flat plate. We're going to put it up on feet by using this mold, which is a two-part mold. We're going to make these little round feet. It comes apart. I have one left in there for you so I can show you how to clean it up. But when pouring, you want to make sure you get that seal nice and tight. Pour directly into them, give it a few minutes, it settles, pour a little bit more into it. It's going to take it at least an hour to cool. It's a thick mold. So once you're done, you would just move it around. They pop out really nice and easy. It will have a ridge. Just take your spatula and just scrape it a little bit all the way around. If it happens to have a top on it from where it's poked through the top, just scrape it. Works really well. Then to clean it up, to get it nice and shiny like the three that I have here for you, of course we're going back to my favorite tool, the torch. Nice and easy, all the way around it. Gets rid of that ridge. There you go. And puts that beautiful shine to it. I'm going to hit the top of that one simply because it's just not shiny enough for me. At this point, I'm going to turn my plate over. Set it down nice and easy. When using cake pans, same thing you want to do is just add a little bit of spray to it, wipe it out with a paper towel, and do your pour. You can see that the back of this has a little bit of a shine on it, but it's not really oily. Doesn't hurt the Isomalt at all. I've heated some clear, and I'm going to use it as my glue. So I'm going to pick up the little ball. I'm going to dip it and let it get nice and warm in there. And then I'm going to transfer it over to my plate and then just dab. And you're transferring that heat from the ball directly to your sugar. If you were to hit this with a torch to try to heat it, you're just going to crack it. And that's because this is cold, and heating it with the torch is going to cause it to shatter. And so I'm just going to evenly space these. Make sure I get that one down properly. Turn it around. You can use 3 if you like. You can use 4 like I'm doing. And I'm actually going to place a whole cake up on top of this. Will a plate like this hold a cake? A real cake? Yes, it will. This is a 12-inch. You can easily put an 8-inch cake onto this without any problems of it breaking. These are still warm, so you can kind of move those two around a little bit if it doesn't look like it's the right center for you. We're going to move that one over, over, back over we go. Look at how gorgeous that is. Stands up. Think about putting your holiday treats onto this platter instead of a glass platter, which is pretty, but I like sugar. So I've got my plate. I've got my cake. I'm going to set that down on top. Move it around so that all of my borders are showing. I'm going to set it a little off center, just so you see more of that beautiful gold. And the plate is very sturdy. It's not going to be going anywhere. I'm going to come over here and get my little topper that I've got going. Same Isomalt. It's cooled down a little bit, which is good. And I'm just going to place a little bit on top of it. And that's going to become my glue for my snowman. And I'm going to place him down right there. And I'm not going to place it all at once because that's hot and my sugar is cold and I don't want it to crack. That should do it for there. Now I'm going to go ahead and add this little red flour. I'm actually just going to dip it down inside here bring it up and set it right there. I just like the way it pops. And it was made with our gem malt. Set it right down in there. Then I'm going to finish this off because it just doesn't have a lot of snow, but I do have some powdered sugar. That isn't going to really hurt my isomalt. And I'm just going to fill this in the back section here, up in front a little bit. And then I have our ice. Is that not gorgeous? I love the ice. And we're going to sprinkle that. Get some up on his hat, all the way around so that it gets down onto our plate. There you have it. You have the beginnings of a fantastic Christmas cake. Think about finishing off the sides. There you go. Use your Isomalt. Enjoy.